Many of you are bracing for higher utility bills and surprise home repairs
I know.
as well.
I live in fear of the sound of the heater just going out.
I know.
Oh, this morning we're helping you find ways to save on things like heating, gas, and water this winter. Joining us now, Patrick Garner, Operations Manager at Cardinal Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. How are you doing today?
We're doing great, thank you, but we don't want to go broke this winter, so let's start with this. What are the most common winter-related issues that you see in homes, and more importantly, how can people catch them before they get really expensive?
100%. What you had just said, everybody always fears it. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be nervous. There's always things that we can do ahead of time. Now, just moving into the holiday season, know that your system, it's going to be under more strain than it usually is. Way more people in the home, you're cooking, doors are opening and closing. These are all things that could throw up some issues and some alarms. So, some easy preventable things to save that money. Changing out your filters regularly. Always check those. I know it sounds simple, but it's the one thing that we always have to remind people of. And then there's little things, making sure that your air vents aren't sealed up or closed over with furniture or luggage or something like that. These are simple tips that you can get ahead of before you call a pro, before you get scared.
All right, so this is one that I've been dealing with because I usually leave my heater off until it gets like 15 degrees. A lot of people crank up the heat in the moment that it gets cold, like really cold. What are some smarter ways to stay warm without running up your gas bill or your electric bill? Is there an optimum temperature you should keep your heater on once it does start to get cold consistently?
Well, my wife and I haven't figured out what that is because we have a different idea of what optimal is.
But wait a minute, don't all husbands and wives have a different idea?
Yes.
I mean, she's in charge, so who knows?
That part.
I will tell you, a lot of people seem to think, hey, I'm not in the house. A great way to save some money is to lower it all the way down. I'm telling you, not the move. Get a smart thermostat and set it around where you like it to be at, 70, 69, wherever have you. And while you're outside of the house, sure, you can lower it a couple of degrees. But the mistake common people make is turning it all the way down. And then when they get home, that system's having to work that much harder to get back to that comfort level.
Oh, so don't turn it off is what you're saying, because that's what I've been doing. I've been turning it off.
Don't do that. No more.
Okay. So, Allison, you were right. When the kids are at school and my wife is at work, don't turn it off.
Don't ever turn it off. Plus, it's unkind. Okay. When it comes to plumbing, frozen pipes, they're a huge concern this time of year. What preventative steps should we as homeowners try to take right now? And for once and for all, what is the debate over keeping the faucet open a little bit? Because I try to do it every year, but I'm not sure that I'm doing it right.
So that's a great question, honestly. And those are the calls that we get constantly when it comes to plumbing. First off, the most common thing that I see during this the cold season are customers who have hose bibs outside, and they're the older style. They're not the frost-proof hose bibs. Water gets locked into those, and that's when ice starts to form inside your pipes, and it breaks and it bursts. Those are the issues. You can leave a small drip running if you'd like, but these days, honestly, they make efficient models that you don't need to do that. It creates that air gap. It's not just frozen pipes at this time of the year, though. I'm not sure. Have you guys ever heard of Brown Friday?
No.
So Brown Friday, not unsimilar to Black Friday, is actually the most busy time of the year for plumbers. And it's the same reason that your HVAC system might have an issue. It's under a lot of new strain, a lot of people coming into that house, and our phones are ringing nonstop when that happens.
Wow.
When you said Brown Friday and plumbing, I thought it was something else, so I'm glad you took us away from that.
I'm not going to take us there.
Thank you. Don't do that. Not on a Friday during the holidays. Thank you so much for joining us. These are excellent tips.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you.